So, as you guys are aware, if you've been on this channel long enough, then you know that my personal favorite among movie monsters is the werewolf. I've always enjoyed a good werewolf movie, but there aren't a lot of good werewolf movies, or a lot of werewolf media. Well, apparently 2021 has made a major change to that, because apparently we got some, we've been getting a lot of werewolf content, and we'll be getting more werewolf content very soon. We'll actually be getting a lot of werewolf content as we roll on through 2021. And some stuff is already out, and some stuff is coming out. So let's talk about the movies that are the movie that is out, and one will be coming out the following month. Yeah. Have you ever had like a werewolf movie, like two werewolf movies in between, like so close to each other from two different studios? So the first one is called I Am Lisa. So I Am Lisa is this revenge horror movie, low-budget revenge horror movie, which is about a young girl named Lisa who has basically been beaten and sexually assaulted by a group of other girls and the local sheriff, and has been left for dead until being bitten by a wolf. And it's, from what I understand, this is a werewolf movie that is more like The Howling meets I Spit on Your Grave, that revenge horror movie. So I think that's really cool. I really want to see it. I am aware that it's going to be a low-budget horror movie, so that doesn't really bother me. Yeah. And the other one that will be another werewolf movie will be called Bloodthirsty. And Bloodthirsty is dealing with this indie musician who is slowly devolving into a werewolf through a bloodline, and her girlfriend and her music producer are kind of caught in the middle of it in this kind of like psychological horror movie. So that's really cool. Some people are probably going to be wondering, well, why didn't you talk about The Wolf of Snow Hollow? That was a big werewolf movie. I wanted to talk about it, but like I saw the movie and was like, I wasn't a fan. And I didn't have much to talk about. It was just going to be, if I did a review on The Wolf of Snow Hollow, it was just going to be me bitching because, spoiler alert, it's not a real werewolf. It's a guy dressed up in like a werewolf costume killing people. Even though, like, that makes no sense, because, like, half the shit the werewolf does, like, the guy in the wolf suit does, cannot be done by a normal human, especially, like, he's a very tall guy, but he didn't look that strong. Like, seriously, what the hell? So, The Wolf of Snow Hollow, I was just like, eh. And also, it was just, something was bothering me about that movie, so I didn't really do a review on it. But I will say that it is kind of interesting that's just one of the werewolf movies we've gotten. And a lot of independent werewolf movies. I don't know if The Wolf of Snow Hollow counts as one, but I will say that it is cool that, we've gotten now two werewolf movies soon, like only a month apart from each other. So we've got I Am Lisa and Bloodthirsty. As for another werewolf movie that that has been rumored for a later 2021 release date, called Eight of Silver. Eight of Silver is a period piece werewolf movie that stars Boyd Holbrook, who most of you guys would know best from Logan. He played Donald Pierce in Logan, and he was also in the. Those movies are both very polar. Those are very polar opposites when you think about it. So yeah. I think it's interesting to note that like I said, it's one movie's really good and the other one's really bad. But Boyd Holbrook plays a werewolf hunter in this, like I said, a period piece werewolf movie that showed up in Sundance, I believe. It was definitely I know it first appeared in a independent film festival and has gotten really great reviews. Like, it's really, like, apparently from what I understand, everyone says, like, the practical effects are, like, on par with, like, The Thing or other stuff, so probably we're gonna have to deal with more skin-ripping transformations, which, by the way, I hate skin-ripping transformations. It really bothers me, because it makes no goddamn sense. I know, like, oh, it's the beast within, clawing its way out of the body. I'm like, no, on a practical standpoint, it's like, Yeah, but that makes no sense biologically, and I'm well aware that I'm talking about a monster that doesn't exist, but, like, it's like, okay, so where were your organs? Where were your other stuff? Like, also, when you become the wolf, is it like a completely different person? Like, yeah, skin ripping just, it makes no sense to me. And I hate that that's the constant werewolf, the werewolf transformation that everyone goes to. You hardly these days ever see a person to wolf transformation instead of just doing the goddamn, skin ripping, and it bothers me. It's really, the effects are really cool, and I'm not trying to knock the people making those effects. It's just, if you have the budget to do, like, that kind of transformation, then why not just try to do a person to wolf transformation? Like, why can't you just do that? Like, I understand that, American Werewolf in London and The Howling are, like, the echelons of transformation that are really hard to copy, but, like, give it your all, man. If you got the budget, if you're putting your budget into the transformations, try that. Like, just try that, man. Anyway, but Eight of Silver, it looks really cool. Like I said, I've heard it's a very gory film. It's like The Witch meets The Howling, which I'm like, yeah, I'm in. I can't, now, like I said, apparently this movie hasn't gotten an official release date, but the rumor is it is coming out sometime this year. So hopefully we'll get to see that. And finally, for another bit of movie werewolf news, we also have, of course, later on down the road, not this year, but hopefully soon, is Leigh Whannell's The Wolfman. Leigh Whannell, who's done several great films, and he did, of course, bring back the Universal monsters with his fantastic Invisible Man movie. He will be doing The Wolfman with Paul Ryan. Not Paul Ryan. What's his name? Guy from the Nice Guy, from the Nice Guys. Fuck it. Fucking, I can't remember his name. It wasn't Paul. Why did I say Paul Ryan? Anyway, I'm blanking on the name. But anyway, if you've seen the movie The Nice Guys, it's the guy with the blonde hair. Guy with the blonde hair. Fucking Christ, Multi, you fucking idiot. Anyway, so you've got that. And speaking of actors whose name I actually remember, because I'm a fucking moron, another major one, and this is in the realm of comics. So, Thomas Jane, yes, that Thomas Jane who played the Punisher in the original Punisher film, not the Dolph Lundgren one, the second one. Thomas Jane, is making a werewolf comic. It is coming out in 2022, but it got announced a couple days ago, and it will be called Lycan. Lycan is a film that's going to be set in the 20s, and will be written by him, and I think Mike Carey is assisting him on the writing, which Mike Carey is a writer who's very polarizing to me, because he's written some interesting comics, but on the vast majority, I've hated a lot of his comics, especially his Transformers run, which was total ass, and nearly got the comic series canceled, had it not been for Sean McCarthy rolling in with All Hail Megatron. So I'm a little worried about that, but I am curious to see Thomas Jane write that comic. And plus, it'll probably get a Netflix deal or a movie deal at some point, because if you guys haven't heard already, Keanu Reeves just put out the first issue of his comic Berserk, and it's already gotten a movie deal and an anime series deal on Netflix. So Thomas Jane probably saw that and was like, I'm doing a werewolf comic, where's my Netflix deal? Anyway, so all in all, we're getting a lot of werewolf stuff, and I'm really excited for that. I really am excited that werewolves are making like a big comeback, and I am so fucking ready for all of that, it ensues. So, you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of all this werewolf news? Are you guys excited? Are you guys not? Just comment below, let me know. And once again, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.